maybe one of them will go to South Shore first, but yeah.
No wild divergences of going straight to Agina and finding the gloves and then going straight up Death Mountain without without Lantern. Nothing crazy like that.
I mean, maybe. It remains to be seen, but yeah, first we're just going through the normal escape sequence, and we get an early map check. Look like blue crystal on Eastern, red crystal desert, and I think couldn't quite make out the pendant on Hera.
Looks like you're just somehow a couple seconds ahead of me, so... Oh wait, faster than light setting. Oh, you can't do that. Anyway, I'm witnessing both g3rd0 and mkosler make their way towards Uncle right now. See what he has in stock for our randomized weapon start. And it is a Cane of Samaria. Now, I honestly don't have that much experience using this thing in Escape, so I'm definitely going to pick up some of the hot strats from both of the runners.
Yeah, Cane of Samaria is a really difficult weapon to use efficiently at the start of Escape. Like, it only does fighter sword damage, and it's also a block. It's not really intended to be a weapon.
May not be intended to be a weapon, but by golly, we'll make it work.
And the mode that these runners are playing on, standard randomized sword, the Uncle can't have any damage source, so we're kind of relieved not to see bombs or Cane of Burna, but yes, Cane of Samaria is tricky.
I'm doing just a couple of checks to try to find a bomb, and we both have different approaches for it, but both of them working out pretty well. And a bottle, okay.
And we just saw a bomb on g3rd0's side. Oh, and we get an actual weapon out of the vanilla boomerang chest, the hammer.
With me being so far behind, maybe I should not comment on chest pickups.
Oh no, that's fine, yeah. So yeah, that hammer, we're 1/3 of the way to Dark World access, though we obviously need a glove or a moon pearl. But more relevantly to what they're going through right now, they're just going to be able to just hit this ball and chain guard twice rather than spamming Cane or trying to pin him in the corner with the Cane block.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, it's they're already pretty set. They both found the 4 bomb pickup, so the rest of the escape's going to be pretty easy peasy for them. With that hammer though, that opens up. The hammer's one of those things where it hides a lot of Dark World access. So without hammer, you're kind of like, man, where do I go? But now it looks like it's going to be a relatively open seed.
Indeed, nothing really throws you off more than a super late hammer.
Super late hammer, only to find it's in the first chest in Swamp Palace, the one place where you would not want to find it. Or yes, deep in a pendant ice palace or crystal ice palace.
Oh yeah, hammer can be in some really weird spots. I think one of the last seeds I commentated like that had it had the lamp, or it had hammer logically blocked by something in Ice Palace.
So, Cane of Samaria, hammer, bottle, not a lot saying, hey, go here, go there. But there's a lot of possibilities, because hammer and Cane of Samaria definitely puts Turtle Rock on the table as, hey, this is someplace you may need to go, middle of the game. It just opens up a lot for him, really.
Indeed, usually that early Cane does augur for a fairly early Turtle Rock, but we're obviously still a ways away from that.
So many items away, but
Yeah.
you know, you always gonna have to keep in the back of your mind, oh, is this another seed where you have to do, you know, 2 dips into Turtle Rock? Because there's like bow on Laser Bridge or something like that. Bow on Laser Bridge, you know, Ice Rod on Armos.
Yeah, exactly. When we're watching the seed, we're just like, oh, the hammer, that's nice. These runners are probably like already doing some calculations on like what that may mean for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, you definitely want to. I mean, I definitely would do some calculations because double dipping is such a pain, and it takes so much time. Want to concatenate all your trips into one as much as you can. g3rd0 being just a screen ahead, it looks like.
Yeah,
But
I think the main difference is just the map check that mkosler did.
fair enough, yeah. You know, very nice, mkosler kind of going through escape with very little hearts, and then, you know, getting the last couple of heartsy, you know, at the end. They only do like an eighth of a damage, a quarter of a damage, I think, but it adds up. Okay, so you said Tower of Hera was a pendant, red crystal on Desert Palace, blue crystal on Eastern.
Correct, yeah, that's what I saw from the map, and yep.
Oh, it's a green pendant on Tower of Hera. Okay. So I don't know, green pendant Tower of Hera just tells me, hey, you really should be doing, you know, Tower of Hera. It's a pendant, but it's probably required.
Yeah, Tower of Hera play wouldn't surprise me. It's a fairly quick dungeon, so yeah.
Fairly quick dungeon, and it's the bar of entry is relatively small. So we'll just be doing a quick jaunt through Kakariko, see what we see, and they're definitely gonna have all the money they need to get through this section, though.
Yeah, that 300 drop in the Lost Woods is super helpful. You never say no to money in the early game.
I just saw a guard dodge on g3rd0's side, and I have to say that particular guard dodge, I used to be able to do it, but I cannot ever seem to do it again nowadays. I get hit every single time. And mkosler just goes for the drop down. Someone in chat asked if they checked Lumberjack. They both opted to skip Lumberjack, which personally I like doing unless you get boots really early. Just because even if you know there's something there, you won't be able to get it until you find boots. And if logic said, hey, you really should get this thing there, then they'll give you boots.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, if the seed forces you to do Aghanim, it's gonna force you to do Aghanim. So it does make sense to like skip that check until you like know when you can get that item.
Yeah, unless it's something like Ice Rod, in which case you can generally check it later on when you have a mirror, or there's some other time. You know, there's other times when you're up there.
Yeah, exactly.
What if their go mode medallion is there? That's why you check it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clutch bomb drop in the well, saving them money and time. I wish seeds were nice like that to me when I played.
That was helpful to get the bomb drops, and also helpful to get that flute in Kakariko from the chicken hut.
Okay, yeah, that opens up a bit. And by a bit, I mean it just makes overall traversal a little quicker. It only opens up logically, you know, Spectacle Rock on Death Mountain. But they can go check Agina pretty quick. Both Agina and Desert Cliff Cave, which, you know, they have the book, so that might be the next place to go.
Yeah, early desert might be an option. Otherwise, these runners are either a hookshot or a mirror away from being able to enter Tower of Hera.
They don't have any light source just yet, so I'd be tempted to put it off until I found a lamp or fire rod. Just
True, yeah,
because, what if you have to go into the basement?
Yep, that does make sense, yeah.
And the longer you successfully put off Death Mountain, then the more you can kind of round it up all into one trip. That said, they're getting all the easy checks out of the way first. So my compatriot, about 20 seconds in the future, have they found anything cool yet?
They haven't found too much of note, no. Like, just the flute, the book, and bombos in Kakariko, but nothing that's really immediately helpful. Oh, you get very early powder, which means that the magic bat is already open from the race game.
That's true. I wonder if they'll go back to check that.
Yeah, it'd be a fairly quick check, and they are in the area.
That was a nice little dodge of the duck.
Yeah, both runners calling for the duck before they check the game, and then realizing, oh hey, I want that, both the extra item check and that little bit of safety.
g3rd0's going straight for the damn area.
Meanwhile, mkosler is not going to wait around any longer. He's going to go for the magic bat.
I like that. Going where the items lead you rather than just checking the standard spots. Be a little bit of a gamble, but sometimes it can be a huge time save, and it's not that much of a time loss if it's nothing.
Exactly. Meanwhile, g3rd0 thinking that he might be able to pair this check with something later on in the game.
Unfortunately, it's nothing from the bat. Oh, come on, g3rd0, pull out that hammer. You know you want to.
Alright, gets him down eventually.
I think I'm caught up to you. So, oh, there's the bow.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like it. Yep, saw that too.
Just had to open it up in a different browser.
Oh, sure. Okay. Alright, I said we're at the same place.
Okay, so you got the bow. I still think that you should go check out Desert, but Eastern Palace is clearable. And it's crystal.
Yeah, Eastern Palace and the hospital check would be a fair next play, because you are able to complete the dungeon by your ability. You're not logically able to clear it because you don't have a lamp yet, but you can at least like navigate through the darker and rest of Desert Palace. You might need the boots, and you definitely need a fire source and gloves.
Oh, definitely. But at least with the desert check, you can see if the Cliff Cave has anything. Agina, which has been annoyingly often having something nice. Oh, and he goes for the Eastern Palace play. We will see what they have there. I'm kind of wondering what mkosler's going to do with it. He made the play for the dust earlier, so I wonder if he's going to go for the desert read, or if he's just going to finish up a clear crystal dungeon out, which is really like one of the sanest plays you can do. And what is in Sahasrah's hut but a heart, a little bit of a heart, and some money.
mean, no one's going to complain about getting health in the early game, especially since this dark room that may be coming up for Gerdo is one of the more difficult ones in the game in the back of the Eastern.
Oh yeah, the double Igor room. Well, he will have enough. He will have enough magic that he can just walk in there, bombos the room, get the. My memory is failing me. What those little wiggly monsters are called?
Wiggly monster sounds about right, but I don't think they have a sword yet, so they don't have access to the bombos.
I forget that every single time.
Same, yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so let's make our way through it, and I guess I'll just have to do some tricky stuff with the bow. Kosler getting some bombs instead. Where is he gonna go?
I think it was just buying bombs for the back of Saha.
Makes sense. Yeah, both these runners making similar plays.
Okay, there's our sword.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, now Bombos is in play for what we've been informed are Popos.
Right, so you can just bombos the Popos, and that kind of rhymes, but you can just get them out of the way, and then it makes clearing that room a lot easier. I don't know about Popos as a name, because I mean, I either think of Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball, or I think of or it's like another name for the police.
That is true, yeah.
Jeez, the Popos here.
Yeah, that's where my mind goes to most of the time.
I wonder what that book is going to lead to. Sometimes it's, it's actually something. Sometimes it's just complete, red herring. Maybe they are the police. Well, I guess those wiggly guys are kind of like blue and red, so matches police lights, quite well.
Yeah, I believe it. And in the canon of the game, the citizens of Hyrule believe Link is a criminal, so it makes sense that they're trying to keep him from progressing.
That's true enough. Well, I guess blue and orange, but yeah. I can see it. Alright, I'm gonna wait with bated breath to see how Gerdo does this kind of infamously, annoying room. Pretty nice health pick there, though. Very fortunate.
Yeah, convenient timing.
Very nice. Gerdo showing how it's done with that room, I gotta say.
Yeah, that was a super solid room. I wish I could do it that fast.
The way I tried learning it and setting up for myself takes a lot longer.
I have to kind of plug an arrow into the Igor just so I have that visual reference.
Oh yeah. I've been trying to do it from the right rather than from the bottom. But Gerdo's taking it for a quick kill, and given everything he's done so far, it's probably going to be a pretty easy fight. Yep. Very nice, Gerdo.
I also love the arrow upgrade from Armos. Like they're just saying, you've proven yourself worthy.
You've proven yourself responsible with these few arrows. Here, you can hold some more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's nothing in, there was no progression in Eastern Palace, so we'll have to see where he goes next. I guess Gerdo's going to go check the magic bat, Kostler's already checked there though, so Kostler will have the option of Desert Palace or going straight up Death Mountain. Assuming I haven't forgotten anything, of course.
No, I think you're right on what we have within the logic right now. We have the few chests over in Desert and then the one item over on Death Mountain.
Yeah, Desert Palace and Agina. What will you do next, Gerdo? Kostler also had a pretty easy room as well, so he's definitely not losing time there. Okay, interesting. I guess unlocking the old man is pretty useful, so with saving and quitting. So if there's nothing in Desert Palace, you can just save quit out. Or if there is something, you can just save quit out of Desert Palace.
Yeah, exactly, and that the save and quit point that he's setting up is probably the most convenient in the game because you kind of get like a short walkout and you get a free heal from the old man.
Yeah, it pairs up with the flute really easily. Nothing from the old man himself, though. And Kostler is out, and we'll see where he goes next. Oh, he's making the desert play. Very nice. Nothing on the ledge. What does Mr. Agina have? Looks like there's nothing on Death Mountain. It was just some bomb upgrades on Spectacle Rock. So Desert and or Agina looks to be the place to be. Oh, Gerdo's gonna route Agina in later. Which honestly might be the smarter play. Because you can generally just check the couple chests, then exit out the right-hand side, and then you're right in front of Agina.
Yeah, exactly, and then you don't have to walk all the way back through the dungeon. You can just save and quit and then go to Death Mountain and then find out your next route from there.
Yeah, kind of like what Kostler has to do, because nothing was on Agina, so... Oh, and there's the flippers, okay. That unlocks 5 chests.
Yeah, 5 chests. So suddenly King Zor is in play, and mkosler sitting in a better position with 500 rupees already.
Very nice. I didn't even notice him pick up so many rupees. Meanwhile, Gerdo's gonna have to find a way to get about 140 more pretty quickly. Wait, was it 400? Was it 500? My memory is failing me.
It's 500.
I always remember just have a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Just have a lot and he'll give you 20 bucks back.
And unfortunately for Gerdo, having the flippers, that removes a lot of your ability to farm without the gloves. Because now you don't have any like easy setup for the Houlihan room.
That there was a hole to the east of Graveyard. I thought I remember hearing that you could Houlihan into that one. It was just blocked by, it was like a bush over. It was a bush just over a hole. But he's not going to do that. He's going to go, I guess, you know, to the hobo, check the island, see what's going on.
Yeah, check hobo, and Chad is informing us that the bush crabs with Kostler must have checked at some point had big 20s.
Oh, very nice. Yeah,
Yes.
that definitely cuts down on farming. It is kind of a shame that both these two are meeting in the first round because they are playing really well. They are really good players. and they're both at basically at the same area. Oh, I guess Gerdo's going for the bush crab because he knows he doesn't have enough money. Oh,
Oh yeah.
no, wait. He just forgot he didn't have gloves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And there's the mirror. Okay, that gives you access to all of light side dark world with the hammer they have. It's gotta be a little bit frustrating for Gerdo, but at the same time, he doesn't have the money to do Zora. He'll just check to see what's on the ledge and probably just save quit right on out.
And he's just gonna hope that Zora doesn't have anything for him. We're gonna get that information on Kosler's side right now.
It's just a bottle. Alright, so I guess the next play is Tower of Hera dip. They're both pretty much just, you know, right on around each other's tail. Honestly, with the way this is shaping up, it's just execution's really the big thing. That'll be like the only main difference. Both their decision making has been relatively similar.
Indeed, like the big difference right now is just the fact that Kosler had to go all the way to Zora to make that check.
Okay, red crystal on Meyer.
And then Pendant Swamp, and I couldn't catch what the other one was.
Pendant Swamp Ice. There's crystals all the way around otherwise. Lonely Arrow sits here. Well, at least they, you know, since he has the book, he can at least check to see if it's worthwhile or not.
And I mean, one arrow to go back for that.
Well, I guess if you, you know, if you're trying to enter into Ganon's Tower and you have like no arrows, maybe one's better than none. But I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
No basement today. Maybe. I like that setup.
I believe that's just like, oh yeah, that would just be the normal energy setup because you're coming into Hera. Well, not usually always have the fire sword and energy.
I'm too used to just pulling out the hammer and just killing him in one hit. Yeah, that bunny sprite for the boo was pretty nice. It was
Yeah,
just like a block, I think.
Yeah, the sprite dev team has really come up with some creative bunny sprites for some of these like things that the burners will use. I don't know if anyone's ever played as a maiden, but that has one of my favorite bunny sprites.
Well, that was the one where it was blind, wasn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it was really creative. 2 hits, 3 hits, and Moldorm is down. Close shave, almost falling off, but... Ooh, the basement taunting.
Yeah, so no fire source for either runner, so they won't be able to check that unless they get Lamp or Fire Rod on East Side Death Mountain, but they did get their first glove upgrade. Or I guess Kosler just got his first glove upgrade.
Yeah, all they need at this point is just a moon pearl, and they have all of the dark world they can get to. A bit of it may be a little bit of a trip, but they have a lot of options. Kind of interested that g3rd0 skips going to the right side of. Oh, there's the moon pearl.
Oh, that was an amazing call from g3rd0, cashing in that green pendant and getting the guess right.
That was quite the get. I definitely would have gone for Eastside Death Mountain, but definitely paying off. And he is going to go see what is in the hype cave. And the hype cave, which has been suspiciously unhyped this version. So, about out of 10, about how hyped do you think this hype cave will be?
I'm gonna go for a 6, maybe.
I'm thinking a 3. Two shields is not really a 3. I mean, it's nice, but...
Yeah, like, that gets I think that'd get like a 5 for just the sheer novelty of getting 2 shields out of Hype Cave.
I'd honestly be more insulted than amuse the novelty, but... Oh, that's right, he has the hammer and the bow. He can just go do Palace of Darkness. That's a good call, sir. Yeah, I'd say 5 is generous. I'm not even sure if 3 is a correct evaluation.
I mean, for progression, yeah, it's probably like a 2. But like that's unique. I don't know I've ever seen 2 shields in Hype Cave.
That is true. That's something you don't see all that often. I am going to be interested to see if there's going to be more progression on Eastern Death Mountain, though. g3rd0 skipping that, it might come back to bite him at this point where the seeds lead him, though. I kind of don't think it will, though. When g3rd0 kind of lucks out by not doing Zora, so he actually has money to do this. I'm informed that we are under some hype inflation. And we need to do our part in order to address... Oh, Master Sword. Very nice. But Ether from g3rd0. Oh, there's the lamp. mkosler can safely do Eastern Palace now. Very nice.
So now I wonder, with that lamp, is mkosler going to go back for Harrod Basement before he catches the green pendant?
I kind of feel like... No, he'll turn the green pendant first and then go see what's in Harrod Basement because it's a lot. Oh, except he goes for it. Okay, I would have put off Harrod Basement for a little bit just because it's a lot quicker to see what the green pendant is, I think, than spend that coffee break waiting to see what is in the basement.
Yeah, it would be faster, but mkosler may be trying to read the seed and just trying to follow the progression, like, okay, I get the fire source here, hair is over there, I should just check that item and just be safe.
True, he gets it now, so maybe saying, hey, yeah, you should go back to the basement and see what it is. Still, if he, when he finds the moon pearl, he'll have a little easier time doing the dark rooms. Now that he has a lamp, it may catch him up just a bit. And on Eastern Death Mountain, it was just nothing but Master Sword and lamp, stuff that is not necessary, but boy, it's nice.
Yeah, indeed. Well, the Master Sword may end up being necessary because we do need at least the Master Sword to kill Ganon. But yeah, lamp, all that does is make what Gyro's about to do a lot easier.
It's rare where you have a seed where you actually get all the way to Ganon's tower with just fighter sword though, so I have a feeling Gyro will find at least a master sword. So while Kosler waits, we'll just see what Gyro finds in these chests other than a million small keys. Kind of wish there was a way to be like, hey, you know, just tell me what's in the Hera basement so I don't have to go down there. Just save all of our time. And oh goodness, okay. He's gonna have the mirror shield when he finishes Hype Cave. Okay.
Yeah. Very interesting seed so far.
What things could be lamp locked? In terms of, like, you need a light source in order to unlock the fire rod. Was that just the land moss and the one chest in Mire?
Yeah, I believe those are the... Yeah, that and Dish to Hair basement are the rooms in which we need, like, a fire source to clear.
Oh, Gyro has mitts, apparently. Completely didn't see it. Yeah, there's been one of the commenters mentioned, hey, this guy has mitts. It's kind of important to know, so when you pick it up in a dark room, you don't always know what exactly you get unless it's like money or a key. Otherwise, it just doesn't show. You don't know what you picked up. I believe there was a race where both runners picked up mitts in Palace of Darkness Dark Room, I think. And they both did not know about it for the longest time. And they were looking for mitts.
Oh yeah, that was like last fall. I can't remember who was in that race, but yeah, that was intense.
Pretty funny. Alright, we're going to have a well-armored Boo.
Oh, and true to the Boo spirit, you can't see his face when you're looking right at him.
Well, see, he has a mirror shield to cover his face, so he can just walk right at people. He doesn't mind if people look at him. He's covered up his own weakness.
Oh yeah.
Very, very clever. What did he pick up? We don't know. But with Kosler, we'll see what is on the pyramid. It's just money. Okay. Alright, I guess Gerdo is going to finish... Well, finishing Palace of Darkness may be a little difficult here. Especially that room with the turtle... What they're called? I don't... I'm so bad with names. Do you remember what they're called?
Yeah, I am like woefully not brushed up on like all the lore names for all the creatures. Like I just call these turtles.
Terror Pin sounds entirely accurate. A Terrapin was like the genus of turtles, wasn't it?
I believe it's a turtle species.
We have Bomo say he has ether, so he's gonna have to definitely use those sound cues. Otherwise, he might get bodied. Thankfully, he has one red potion. Well, he's probably practiced that a million times. He sounded that was really confident.
Oh, what? He got all 6.
Yeah. He's probably practiced that a million times, so wow. Very nice.
Yeah, because the darkroom strat for that is like very similar to the NMG strat. We just like do a few hammer strikes and win, and that's what g3rd0 did. That was amazing.
Just very confident in where he was placing his hammer, so probably just all muscle memory. Considering he has a fighter sword, I have a feeling he's gonna try hammer strats on the exposed head of Halmasaur, which is also, in my opinion, really, really tough. The hitbox for that is so ridiculously small, and he gets it really easily.
He gets it, yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever tried doing that, but man, it is rough trying to hit that head. The hitbox is so dang small.
Yeah, I've seen people do it. They make it look so easy, and then I try to do it, and it's like, nope.
Hammer strats are 100% the standard for NMG. One of the chatters says, and,
Yeah.
you know, you say that makes sense because I think you do House of Darkness, do the hammer jump, get the hammer, but then after that is when you are able to. You do Thief's Down, and then you get the Tempered Sword.
Correct, yeah.
Because you need the mitts.
Yes.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and Tempered Sword makes a lot of the other bosses so much easier. Whereas, like, Blind, you just hit him 9 times. So.
Yeah, Blind is just, you know, hit him 9 times. It doesn't matter what sword you have. Speaking of, g3rd0 looks like he's going to make his way down to Blind. He has a fire sword, but it doesn't matter. g3rd0 has the 10th place NMG time, just ahead of ACMLM and Andy. Very nice.
Yeah, indeed. He's one of the just top execution runners in the tournament. And, I mean, but mkosler's no slouch. I think he's knocking on the door of sub 130, which is also super impressive. Especially since, according to the bio, he started this tournament with a 137, so he's been doing a lot of grinding, and it's really showing off.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really good NMG runners in this tournament. Something about the execution just kind of carrying over into rando. So Kosler's just a little bit behind, only because he didn't immediately turn in the green pennant and skip Eastern Death Mountain like g3rd0 did. There's still a lot that's still up in the air though. I still need both the Ice Rod, Fire Rod. They need the hook shot. Maybe they'll need Quake. Other than that, though, it is up in the air. Oh, it was Desert boot locked?
It was, yeah.
Okay, then they'll definitely need Pegasus boots as well.
Info on where the boots are from mkosler's side, they are on the floating island on Death Mountain.
Oh, I actually completely missed that. Good. Thank you for the catch.
Eh, no problem. And so because g3rd0 like waited to clear Eastside Death Mountain until he got the mitts, he's gonna be able to grab those with when he does the Eastside Death Mountain checks. Whereas Kosler's gonna have to make another trip to get those.
I'm kind of the feeling that if Kosler remembers the Pegasus boots are there, you know, once he gets mitts, he's finished with Palace of Darkness, he may just go straight over there, grab him, so to speed up the rest of his game and hopefully catch up. Yes, we have a blue here. I guess they're also known as a blueberry.
I enjoyed that.
It was a cereal. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
Count Chocula and the blueberries. Yeah, just Kostler gonna have a lot easier time doing the dark rooms, but then again, g3rd0 had a really easy time doing it himself.
Yeah, exactly. Like the only difference might just be that he won't have such a Bombos cutscene, but we'll see how this goes.
Has to spend a little extra time hammering those guys. I think he still saves maybe half a second. Oh, and half magic. Not needed, but very nice.
One of the better safeties in the game, in my opinion.
I kind of feel like Dust is the better safety, just because you almost will always have Bottle, and you'll be able to get magic. But
true,
if you take a bunch of hits, then quick Dust a fairy. Alright. That red shield actually coming into play here. Very nice. I'm not sure if g3rd0 may have taken just one hit. Maybe not even one.
Yeah, and again, this is hundreds, if not thousands of times, so.
Yeah, once you get him into that pattern, you know how to play it. But you need magic for powder, think Dorm. I guess. I guess. Yeah, it looks like Kostler's going straight for the Pegasus boots. And probably Eastern Death Mountain while he's at it too. I'll be interested to see where they meet up again. How long it takes for Kostler to get to Ganon's Tower versus g3rd0 getting to Ganon's Tower.
Exactly, we've been seeing a lot of divergence, so we're not quite sure where the runners are in relation to each other at this point.
Well, g3rd0 finally getting enough to see what Zora has. I don't think we'll be back to Zora anytime soon, but at least the option's there. Yeah, I've definitely had that first chest in Hookshot Cave be Hookshot before. It's actually very frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially, I think it was the last one I checked too. Much of hammering going on for both sides. And what does Turtle Rock require? It requires ether. Heck, might as well open it up now. Hammer first chest swamp, yeah. That is one of the worst places for Hammer to be.
Yeah, one of the first chests I ever played was like, it was Boots and Swamp to get the hammer off library, to get both glove upgrades from left side Swamp, to get hookshot somewhere far, far away.
I wish I remembered what my first rando was. All I remember was that it took like 5 or 6 hours because I had not played Link to the Past in years before that.
Yeah, same.
But we're gonna make the southbound trip with chest in tow. I wonder if Gerdo's gonna wait till he maybe finds hookshot before going up Death Mountain again.
Yeah, that may be what he's doing. We did see his patience pay off by, like, fluting away from Hera to check this hospital item, so maybe he's waiting to make this check a little bit more valuable.
He may also just, you know, be doing some overworld checks to hope to get another sword before trying to tackle Meyer, which is available.
Well, it'll be available for Kosler because he'll have the boots to get in, but Gerdo's not going to be able to enter.
That's right. I say these things and I completely forget.
Oh no, yeah, there's like so many like weird mechanics that like you never really think of until you like watch these randomizer races. Oh, is Kosler going to try to hover?
Oh, not gonna happen today. And what is on this other tablet? Just a little piece of love. Okay, so Book already gave something, so is he giving it another try? He's giving it another try. And what does the mushroom turn into but Quake? Whoa, bucko, no empty bottles.
He's doing it?
Oh! Barely! At what point do you give up? At what point do you just keep going for pride? Also, you can do desert, buddy.
Yeah. You can get a couple crystals right now.
Yeah, that's kind of important.
I guess he really doesn't want. He really wants to make sure that he like gets these chests because if there's like fire rod or something in these chests, then that might end up hurting him.
Maybe once fire rods, I can do Turtle Rock. Coaster, please. Oh, Gerdo's making the Death Mountain play. He's gonna see the boots, and the advantage that Coaster has is gonna be gone. Oh, he's just gonna go check. He's just gonna go dip into Turtle Rock. Very gutsy. But then again, you're already up here, so I guess might as well.
And I mean, there is a potential that like you just find a big key or a heart piece in this first chest and you get dunked out really quick. Yeah, that's a map, so it'll be moving forward to progression here now.
Gerdo throwing a bomb at the entrance just because.
Just a little too quick on that bomb throw.
Getting that chest open slide though. Don't quite know how you do that, but every person I see who goes fast has done that, so...
Or do you mean the chest turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it takes like 1 frame, but it looks pretty swag.
Nothing in Kingsgrave, so let's check Bonk Rocks, and then I guess it is off to Desert for Kosler. Kosler for Desert and/or Mire. As for the person in chat asking about hover, yeah, it's not that easy, especially if you're running something like SNES 9X, where you can actually have variable like input lag. So it's one of those things where unless you're on one of the like super specific emulators, or you're on hardware, Super Nintendo hardware, that's really accurate. You're not going to be able to hover across stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're only going to see like the top NMG runners learn how to hover because they're the ones that need to save those 7 seconds on World Arm 2, but very difficult, very precise.
Sometimes they do it just to show off. Alright, so what is in... The fire rod that he was looking for is in the Mire shed. Oh, that's got to be a kick in the pants. Well, I feel like he's gonna do Desert and then Mire, and that is... Oh, there's the ice rod. Holy
Nice.
cow! Oh, Boo has a purple tongue when he's blue. Yeah, it's not just the ice rod, it's the nice rod. And Gyro picks up the pot and they're like, wait, I needed that. He's getting bullied by this jellyfish. So yeah, Turtle Rock can be done now. But doing Mire and Desert can also be done, which opens up the Pyramid Fairy.
And
I am not sure which one's correct.
And this is like really interesting because they can complete every crystal dungeon, but they don't have a hook shot.
Yeah, they can complete every crystal dungeon. I want to say they could be in go mode, but they don't know if hookshot is you have to be gambling on if hookshot was in Ganon's Tower, or if you're confident enough to hover across that gap after Molder 2. You can you don't need hookshot for the left side, or do you?
Yeah, you can full clear right side. You can go all the way to Armos Knights. You do need hookshot to like get to the chest in like the room with the 4 fire bars in the rando room. And this is a super interesting seed all of a sudden, because that hookshot can be a lot of places.
It'll be interesting to see if they just, go for it and then say, hey, maybe we'll find it in Ganon's Tower, or if they can say, no, I'm just gonna keep looking for stuff, maybe hopefully find silvers. I kind of feel like with the skill level of both of these, they're gonna notice that, hey, we can actually complete all these dungeons. Let's just complete all of it, and heck, I can hover if I don't find the hook shot.
Yeah, indeed. I wouldn't expect either of them to touch ice or swamp house unless they absolutely have to. Yeah,
We're just gonna have a slight advantage from already doing Thieves Town. Mkosler, where are you going? I'm gonna go to Thieves Town next. Okay. I kind of thought he was gonna do Vitreous and Misery Mire, but I guess not. Oh, he doesn't have Quake though, so.
Oh, true, yeah.
I'm not 100% certain if Quake was the actual medallion needed, but judging by the way he is, avoiding it, I would guess that's the case.
Yeah, he might be hoping to find Hookshot. Or even if it wasn't Quake, like, he might be hoping to find Hookshot here because he might be valuing Go Mode Mire.
There's the bug net. Our chat's rather mean today, aren't they? Asking for shovel upstairs GT, hookshot, big spot. It is rather rare where you get potential go mode and you don't have hookshot. Quack was in Kakariko. It was actually in the chicken shed, which is kind of appropriate.
And I think Flute was in the chicken shed. I can't quite remember where Quake was. I think it was like on some of the Dark World checks that g3rd0's done, like maybe Purple Chest or something like that.
Oh, Quake. I thought he was talking about the Flute.
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, the mushroom, as chat's pointing out.
Uh-huh. Quack, Flute, it's kind of the same thing, right?
I mean, the Flute does give you a duck.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that they both did Desert and then went straight to Skullwoods instead of, say, going back to Misery Mire. But I guess they're doing that so they can also fit in a pedestal check just to make sure that, say, Hookshot isn't on there.
Though given that Swamp is a pendant, that'd be... I mean, they might see the text for a sword, but...
Petition for Quake Coin Strike to be changed from bacon to a swag duck. I think that is doable. Whether or not we actually do that, that's another question.
Right.
But I like the idea. g3rd0 did some NMG strats in that room. Kind of forgot that he had an extra small key, so I went to go kill the Gibdo that had the small key in it. Very quick though. I don't think we've seen Bumper Cave just yet, no.
Yeah, we have not, so we know it's not going to be Hookshot, though. Though Kosler doesn't know that, because he might still be looking for Quake.
True enough. And the red boomerang for g3rd0. That's just rupees on the bumper cave.
Yeah.
But what about the lumberjack check? You're right there, Kosler.
I think Kosler checked that when he checked the Bonk Rocks and the King's Tomb. It was 50 rupees or something like that.
Oh, you're right. I remember that now. Did g3rd0 even check pedestal? I guess there's nothing on there he'd really like be excited about, so there's no reason for him to.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, we get our third sword from Graveyard Ledge.
Very nice. That speeds up the Ganon fight considerably. Alright, so I guess Kosler's gonna do Thieves Town now. There's something a little odd about seeing a material ghost try to lift up rocks and straining to do so. It's like you're not made out of anything.
Yeah, same. It was also really weird seeing the ghost try to hover. Like, you're already doing that, dude.
It's just walk over there. Alright, so after Meyer, it'll just be Turtle Rock for g3rd0, and probably gonna make his way up to Ganon's Tower right after Turtle Rock, I'd say. And maybe just try to hover on through after Moldorm 2 rather.
And dude, I definitely can't wait to see where the hookshot is, if these friends are actually gonna try to find the hookshot.
Can't wait for hookshot to be completely optional and not gotten by anyone. You know, the fate of the race comes down to who can hover. That'd be quite the end. Well, no god location for the Misery Mire Big Key just yet, so I'm gonna make a jaunt throughout Misery Mire. g3rd0 just doesn't care. He's taking all the hits. He has 14 health. He has Blue Mail, which you normally don't get in NMG, so he's just like, oh, I'm invincible. I'm used to having way less safeties than this.
I mean, 14 hearts, that's all that you ever get in NMG, so he has double health right now.
Yeah, effectively. So he is living large. Mkosler should be checking everywhere and will get the half magic. So that'll be nice for him. Where was Mushroom anyway? Do you recall?
Not off the top of my head, no.
It had to have been someplace Kosler didn't check, because you know he would have turned it in by now, I think. But
Yeah, I think it might have been one of those like Dark World overworld checks that g3rd0 was doing while we were watching Kosler hover.
could it have been in the hammer peg location? kind of think it was around the blacksmith area for some reason.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Pulling out the dust. I wonder what Gerdo's gonna do. Alright, Kosler having a pretty clean blind fight. He is still basically Quake and Dungeon behind Gerdo, however. Still on the lookout on how to enter Misery Mire.
Yeah, as chat's pointing out, Kosler did get that Temper Sword out of Graveyard Ledge, which is a check that I don't think Gerdo might be making at this point.
True. So he's gonna save some time there, definitely. And not having silvers is gonna make Vitreous take a while.
Oh, there's the mushroom.
Oh, it was in the sea house. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go check it now. Nice. I was expecting the girl to summon the guards. Alright, there's a Quake medallion. Kosler's gonna be happy. And Vitreous went pretty well for Gerdo. Having 40 arrows and Master Sword's probably just good enough.
Indeed, now we kind of get an idea over like where the runners are in relation to each other, and Gerdo is pretty much a mire ahead of Kosler.
Mm-hmm. I believe Big Key was relatively late, so I think it was after the cutscene actually.
Yeah, I think it was in that like, I think it's called the lobby chest.
I think that's what the after the cutscene, you mean?
No, it's like the one in like the giant room after this room that Kosler's in. And I can never remember the, yeah, I can never remember the meme names for everything.
I just make up names myself. Seems to do pretty good. Gerdo's checking the one-off dash boot locations. Why do I call it dash boots? I don't know. Pegasus boots. Man, he's not gonna really find anything for his travels, but still hoping for hookshot. Yeah, someone mentioned that is even less likely now that Gerdo will get Graveyard Ledge. He was doing some of the... He was doing the, kind of like the two checks that were associated with it. So he's probably not going to go back to check it anytime soon.
Yeah, indeed. Probably just getting like the 2 boot checks out of the way, checking out the Lumberjack Cave just so he knows that's not where hookshot is, and now he's just going to go to Turtle Rock.
And if hookshot is not there, then I guess it's going to be time to hover. You know, I hardly ever see this room with the plus and the slugs. It's very rare I get to see it.
Oh yeah, and Ghoster's not even going to check the Randomizer, he's just going to go for Vitreous.
Mm-hmm. I'd imagine he goes straight for Turtle Rock as well after, so he'll make quite a bit of time with that. Oh, Kelstar doing the cheeky Meyer fire rod glitch. There's no sound from his side, so it's like we have no idea whether or not it was actually activated or not. But given the fact that he just fire rodded an anti-fairy, yeah, he got it to work just right.
Yeah, spooky action is one of the... It's like the biggest NMD time save that they found in like years, and it's really cool to see it done. So, yeah, kudos to mkosler.
I think everyone's been, just really, super enthused about this new tech. mkosler did not full clear Misery Mire, but there was really nothing in it. Pretty much just found the big key and went straight to the boss. Unlike g3rd0, who cleared more of it.
Yeah, g3rd0 pulled out both items from Meyer, but they were both big 20s, so if mkosler just go back in, he'll save a ton of time. Yep, he's just going for it.
Oh, the silver arrows in the chain chomp room. That makes Ganon quite a bit simpler.
Yeah, especially if you've just been sitting on Master Sword for, the entirety of the run. You're relieved to see silvers. You'd rather see tempered, but silvers are nice too.
Yeah, that's like an entire phase just out of the way, and a lot of bosses done quite a bit easier, like Ice Armos, Moldor, Land Molest 2. And what is in the vanilla big key location but the vanilla big key?
Yeah.
Alright. It's kind of nice to skip that chest if you already have it, but when you don't, you always know that it's probably there for some reason. So 1 hour 8 and about 90 minutes in, this would be the point in time where I'd start, my energy would start flagging. I'd be playing a little sloppier. So far, these two have been pretty dang consistent. Oh, mkosler remembers that. Oh yeah, I already did that room.
Yeah. Yeah, Fatherburner's nervous right now. They haven't been showing up with their play at all. They've been executing really well this entire match, and I'd recommend anyone in chat right now give these runners a follow if you haven't already. They're amazing runners. They put on a great show for us, and they're highly recommended watches.
In fact, there's a link.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, again, there is a delay, maybe 3 minutes delay. See, oh yeah, hey, by the way, there's the links I just posted in chat. Anyway, I guess g3rd0 is still kind of on the lookout for hookshot because he doesn't want to rely on hovering. I don't blame him. It's not always the most accurate. not the most reliable. You have to be in good condition in order to get it just right.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw in Hookshot Cave, like, he's able to do it, but he wasn't able to get it really consistent. So yeah, both runners are, you know, if they have to hover, they can probably do it, but they're definitely looking to make the game easier for themselves.
Oh yeah, and they probably have a feeling that the hookshot's gotta be here somewhere. And if you don't find it and the big key is on left side somewhere and you need the hookshot, there's no point in basically hurting yourself just to maybe skip, you know, skip a chest or two. And there's the hookshot on Laser Bridge. Okay. g3rd0 doesn't need anything else, really.
Yeah, if there's any doubt about it, at 1 hour 21 minutes, g3rd0 is officially in go mode.
In go mode, in the middle of his last dungeon. It's
yeah.
Nice Guess we don't do it. Okay, good. Yeah, it's always Laser Bridge. There's always something good there.
Well, depending on where the Cane of Burnu is, this is the really rare, logically required Mirror Shield seed.
This is very smart. So g3rd0 ice rotted from the back and then hammered. Ice rotted, hammered, ice rotted. Then swapped to the fire rod just so we wouldn't have to swap back to it, which was really smart. I would be tempted to just keep using the hammer, but he swapped to Master Sword just to save some time. Oh, you're really low, man.
Oh. Okay, we got a potion.
I thought he'd used already, but I guess not. It's true. Master Sword Ganon is not free, but with the amount of experience these runners have, I wouldn't be surprised if Master Sword Ganon wasn't as big of a problem.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't think to look up the low percent leaderboards, but I think g3rd0 runs low percent. So he does have some experience with the Master Sword kill, especially with Silverless.
I guess I can go look it up right now.
Oh, sure.
You know, some people would play that big key guessing game, but I'm gonna do something different where it's gonna be like, hey, where's your least favorite place to find the big key? So, Walshy, where is your least favorite place to find the big key in Ganon's Tower?
You know, the popular guess would be Top Room, but I'm actually going to say Ice Armor, just because, like, that's always so far out of the way.
Personally, I kind of like to see, and I kind of don't like to see big key on the torch. Yeah, it's super quick, but there's been so many times where I don't have boots going to Ganon's Tower. It's just like, I really hope.
Also, did mkosler skip Laser Bridge after getting the small key?
Oh, I think so. Oh, goodness. Oh, there it is. Really early. There's the big key. So this is going to be a pretty quick seed, all things considered.
Yeah, if mkosler can cover the gap between Molder and 2, he will not need that hook shot, but still was kind of right there for him.
Yeah, he may just skip Molder and 2 as well and just go straight for the hovering. Oh, we can bomb jump that mold gap? I didn't realize that.
I guess it is a gap in the Link to the Past, so that makes sense.
I don't think I've seen anyone actually to get the big key. The left side base. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, everyone would totally bomb jump Moldorm too if that was the case.
Yeah, okay.
g3rd0 is number 10. And I already forgot the question that you were... the question we were trying to ask. Like, what was I checking these leaderboards again for? Oh, any percent, that's right.
Oh, low percent, yeah.
I do not see g3rd0 on low percent.
Okay. But he runs a lot of rando, so he's probably used to the Master Sword fight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also doing the bomb jump to get to that room, which is the one he actually needs. Alright, he's gonna be pretty happy with that. And really, it's all down to execution, the hover, and tempered sword versus master sword Ganon. This is going to be an interesting next 5 or 10 minutes. g3rd0's got a number of rooms ahead, but it's still pretty much anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, indeed. As Chad is pointing out, the reason that Game 1 was a tie was fall on Master Sword Ganon. So yeah, they are right. This is not an automatic fight coming up for g3rd0, assuming that the last test of the game doesn't have the sword for him.